Good morning, it's Councillor Glen. It's Saturday morning and I believe it's July 24th. I'm along the TransCanada Trail. Shea Road is just in front of me, and as usual on a Saturday morning, a really busy trail with lots of people cycling and jogging and walking. I'll tell you why I'm here in a moment. It has to do with that sign over my shoulder. But first I wanted to give you the COVID-19 update. The numbers for people 12 plus in Ottawa, we're now at 83% first dose and 68% second dose. Those numbers keep climbing really quickly, which is great. 1.36 million doses have now been administered in the city of Ottawa, which is kind of incredible. Think about the resources, the people power to make that happen. So if you have been vaccinated, thank you. If you haven't been vaccinated, or maybe if you've got an appointment in August or September that you made months ago, please know that there are lots of appointments available now. As long as it's been 28 days since your first dose, you can drop in to a lot of the community clinics, even pharmacies. A lot of them are offering drop-in appointments, so it's never been easier to get a COVID-19 vaccine. The clinic at Canadian Tire Centre has closed, but the Eva James Clinic in Canada is still open, and you can find all the clinic locations at ottawapublichealth.ca. Ottawa Public Health is now starting to get out of the clinics. They're still going to run the clinics, but going out in the community directly. So there's some pop-up clinics at Rideau Centre, for example. They're even offering a program if you have a workplace or a place of worship or a community center where you'd like to have the public nurses from Ottawa Public Health come and offer vaccines to people in that setting. You can contact Ottawa Public Health and make that request. Just go to ottawapublichealth.ca and they'd be happy to help you out there. The other thing this week, maybe a symbolic thing, but the state of emergency in Ottawa has been lifted. So we're still in a high state of response and so on, but the official state of emergency was lifted as of 12:01 a.m. on Thursday morning. So just nice to see a little bit of progress that way. Okay, some local updates. I have a few things to talk to you about signs this morning. First, the sign over here, my team and I put up some signs yesterday along the TransCanada Trail. They say, share the path, partageons les sentiers, and there's also a sign on the other side just reminding cyclists to dismount at the busy crossings that we have here. I've had a lot of requests from people who use this trail for walking that cyclists, please be aware of your speed, use your bell if you're passing close to people, but to everyone, just share the path, make sure you're aware of your surroundings. I know there's a lot of people who are walking wearing headphones, might not even hear a bell if they go by, so just be aware of the space that you're taking on that trail and take your time and be courteous to other people. The one, well, I guess there's two crossings that I think I want to remind people. The crossing the whole way through Village Square Park and the crossing at Stittsville Main Street, it's a lot safer if you do walk your bike across there. There's a lot of pedestrians using that space, and having you dismount your bike could make it safer. The other one is the roundabout at Robert Grant. I see a lot of cyclists going through quite quickly, and I see a lot of motorists who are not paying super close attention about trail users. So to everyone, please be aware of your surroundings. Take some time, take some care when you are on the pathways and on our roads. So that's sign number one. Sign number two, there's some new signs that have gone up at two parks in Stittsville. It's part of a pilot program called Green Parks. We are testing out a carry-in, carry-out policy for garbage. We've taken two parks that we're running as a test site, Stitt Street Park and Kittiwake Park in Timbermere. I've talked about this a few times before, but we are removing the garbage bin from those parks, and we're adding the signage reminding people to carry out what they bring in terms of garbage. This pilot's going to run until the fall. We have an issue at a number of our parks where we see a lot of household garbage going into garbage bins, like people bringing their bag of kitchen garbage and putting it in the bin, and then that getting piled up with all sorts of dog waste. Now that dog waste can go in your green bin, as long as it's bagged, you can take that home with you. And we're just trying to avoid the health issues that come from a lot of dog waste or household garbage at a park. Also the smell near kids' equipments and so on. And it's one of a number of activities or pilots that we're running in Stittsville in the city. So we've got, for example, a new recycling program at Village Square Park to see if we can tackle the issue that way. And we've also got at other parks some initiatives around different kinds of dog waste bins. So, but overall, it's you're going to start to hear a lot about this in society over the next few years. It's about more responsibility for our garbage and making sure we're aware of the garbage that we're producing and where that garbage goes after we're done with it. So we're going to see how this works. I hope it works well. It may not work well, but luckily bringing a garbage bin back is a pretty simple thing if it really doesn't work out. But I hope that we can get the cooperation from residents and take home your waste at those 2 park locations. We might be adding a third too in the next couple weeks. And the third update about signs is I want to thank everybody who came out to Village Square Park on Thursday evening and picked up a "Slow Down for Us" sign. These are the big lawn signs that you see out in the community. We have a few left at our ward office. Now, our ward office is not open, but my team and I would be happy to make a delivery for you. If you'd like one of those signs and you missed us on Thursday, please email me at glen.gower@ottawa.ca. And as long as supplies last, we'll try to get one to you as soon as possible. Hey, good morning, Jeff. Jeff Tyndall, winner of a Bruce Timmerman Cycling Award, cycling by the TransCanada Trail. It's like a cycling celebrity here in Stittsville. I wanted to say one more thing about those "Slow Down for Us" signs. I don't believe they're very effective at all in actually slowing down traffic. I see them more as an awareness sign, a protest sign, an engagement sign to let you and your neighbors know that people do care about cycling here in the city and walking in the city and safety in the city. So that's why those are important. What else have I got today? The Hazeldean Bridges. You know, they've been under construction the last few weeks over the Carp River, just between Stittsville and Canada. And so that work is substantially completed. So the lanes are reopened and back to normal there on Hazeldean Road. We do have work happening right now on Sweetenham Drive over near Hazeldean to replace the culvert. So that's proceeding as well. I'll let that bus go by. There is some work starting soon on Abbot Street, not too far from where I am right now, for Watermain Cathodic protection. So this is work to do some treatment to the stormwater sewers, the water pipe, not stormwater, the water pipe, to prolong its life and to prevent or reduce the possibility of failure in the future. So there's going to be a bit of road work happening on Abbott while they do the construction in order to complete that work. And that reminds me too, we had a water main failure over on Fernbank Road, and because of the water that was released from the water pipe, there was also a little sinkhole. That's all repaired now, but I did have some questions from residents. Was that due to the blasting in the area? It was not. Our city staff had a look at that, and none of the reason or the breakage in the pipe was not due to blasting. It's due to normal corrosion and wear and tear that we would expect on a pipe that was installed in 1981. Oh yes, Wise Neighbourhood Walk for Women's Safety. There's a group in Ottawa who is encouraging residents to go out and look for safety issues in your community and share that on social media using the hashtag Wise Safety Walk. So go out between July 25th and August 2nd and do a bit of a safety audit on your neighborhood and share that for awareness and for action from the city. I'll be sharing some more information about that on Facebook and in my email newsletter later this week as well. The Wise Safety Walk for Women's Safety, a great initiative. We have some Olympians who are starting up, so I think we should say hello today to 3 Olympians from the Stittsville area: Erica Wiebe in wrestling, Tim Nedow shot put, and Lauren Gale in relay. Wish you best of luck at the Olympics this year in Japan. And the last thing I'll mention, I want to thank folks for your comments, your congratulations on my appointment as a co-chair of our city's planning committee. Scott Moffat, who's the councillor for Rideau Goulburn, right next to us. Scott and I were appointed as co-chairs, so we'll be taking over from now until the end of council. It's a very busy committee. We have our official plan that we're going to wrap up this fall, and then a lot of development review applications coming up over the fall as well. So we're splitting the workload so we can handle that effectively. Look at that, I just saw a pickup truck cut off a cyclist. Not something we want to see here. Drive safe. Last thing, thank you everybody for tuning in regularly to our broadcast here every Saturday morning. I think it's pretty amazing that I can talk to you from different points around our community, and that you can tune in from your home or from your cottage or from wherever you are. And I really appreciate that you tune in and listen and get informed about what's happening in the community. So thank you very much for tuning in this morning. It's a beautiful day today. I hope you get out to explore. Maybe you can take a trip down the TransCanada Trail or explore one of the other pathways or parks in our community. And I will talk to you next Saturday. Take care. Bye.